Hi guys, can you believe it? It's already August, and that means there is another Munchpak that has arrived just in time for the Rio games, so we're really excited about that here. Medium-sized Munchpak, and I do add beverage to my subscription. This is my regular subscription, so this is not a sponsored video, but let's go ahead and take a look and see what the snack gods have brought us this month. So here's the assortment of goodies that we are going to try this month. It was packed by Chris this time. So thank you, Chris. Hopefully we've got some good ones in here. First up is actually something that I have tried before. I have gotten in a previous Munchpak. And this is a product of Thailand. You can kind of see that this one has a prawn on it. So going for like a shrimp or prawn soup kind of flavoring to it. I remember not being a huge fan of this. I did try a few of them at the time, and I ended up passing them off to a friend of mine who did actually really enjoy them. So that will probably be what happens with this batch. Let's go ahead and open it up and show you what it looks like. And this is basically what it looks like. They're essentially little breadsticks. The lime flavor is very strong, and there's also a kind of a back end heat to the cracker. It's definitely got a spicy kick to it. I'm not a fan. So again, glad I tried it. Here you can see it. This will be going on to a friend of mine. Go ahead and try something else in the savory category. These are pea crackers. I'm guessing they are garlic flavored given the image on the front. And these are from Taiwan. I definitely smell garlic, I think. I mean, it must be garlic because that's what's on the package, but it reminds me of the scent of ramen noodles or cup of noodles when you unpackage that. And they're little twists. Wow, that's garlicky. Yeah, I can definitely taste the garlic on that. Ooh. Wow. Interesting. They're pretty good, but they're strong. I don't know that I would eat a whole package like this. Servings per container, 2. I think even half of this would be too much in one sitting. We'll probably finish that off with help, but this might be another thing to share with friends. Oh yay! Some Covered Bridge chips. I tried some last time, the ketchup chips, which I was not a fan of. Definitely do like the kettle chip style that they generally produce. This is a different one. This is jalapeno. So we'll see how this goes. I'm not a fan of peppers. It seems like I'm not a fan of a lot of things. In a chip, it might not be so bad. Covered Bridge is from Canada. I'm having some packaging challenges. Tell my dentist I'm about to do this. Okay, so they're kettle chips, which means that they're thick in terms of their cut. They generally tend to have the skin still on them. Mostly I'm tasting potato chip, which isn't a bad thing, but sweet and spicy jalapeno. Not getting that. But a little bit of something sweet. Not getting the jalapeno. For me, since I'm not a big fan of jalapeno anyway, this is kind of a win. For someone who is actually seeking out a spicy chip, this might be a little bit of a disappointment. So next up we have these Japanese style peanuts. I'm assuming these are from Japan, considering they are Japanese style peanut. Product of Mexico. This is a Mexican product, but it's Japanese style peanuts. You figured that one out. They have wasabi on it, maybe? Alright, so here they are. They look like they have some sort of shell on them. Not like a peanut shell, but like a coated something. Yeah, there's definitely a shell on them. They're savory. There's no like sweetness to it. Peanut keeps coming out, but you can see the shell part of it. Coating doesn't really taste like anything to me. A little bit salty. But other than that, it's just crunch. They're pretty good. I like them. Just extra crunchy peanut. This is a product of Japan. Based off of the cover, it'll be interesting to see if there's actually anything inside or if it actually is just a cracker. Let's find out. Oh, nice. They're individually wrapped. That's always appreciated. One thing I do have to say about a lot of the different things that I've tried from Japan, their packaging is really cool. Usually very easy to open, and they seem to be really big on individually wrapped things, so that it makes it a lot easier for sharing, porting around. And are filled crackers. It looks like there's 4 in a batch. 5 in a batch, I can count, honest. These are not savory. That's interesting. Cookies. They're like vanilla wafer cookies, but they have more of a cracker biscuity kind of cookie than I was anticipating. Kind of like maybe almost like an animal cracker kind of consistency, and the filling is like a vanilla-y filling. So it's not overly flavorful. It's very simply sweet, but it was definitely not what I was expecting. That was a surprise. A pleasant surprise, but it was a surprise. And there's a little bit of salt at the end of the note. So let's go ahead and take a beverage break. I did get a soda this time around. I thought I had switched it to coffee, but apparently it did not take when I did that. So I did get a soda, and I did have the box in the refrigerator because of that, so it's nice and cold. This is a diet chocolate fudge soda, which I find very odd. A little intrigued, but also a little frightened. This is from probably the US, because that just seems like something we would do. Illinois. Yep. What else can we do with chocolate? Let's carbonate it. Awesome. Okay. Hopefully this doesn't fizz over everything now that it's been jostled around in shipping. Smells like a Tootsie Roll, or not even, well, kind of a Tootsie Roll. Kind of like the center of a Tootsie Pop. Yeah, those of you that know what I'm talking about. And it is like a red-brown in color. Slightly root beer-esque, for those that are familiar with root beer. Yeah, no. I like chocolate, but that is weird. It's bland, maybe because of the diet aspect of it. Yeah, that wasn't good. Yeah. We'll keep our chocolate non-carbonated. Thanks so much. Yeah. Moving on. Next up we have Oodles. Strawberry. And this is from China, I think. Belgium. Okay, so it's manufactured in China for distribution in the US for a Belgium company. So, you know, international delight. Here. Tiny Tanky Fruity Chews. I have these little nuggets. They kind of look like Nerds, but bigger. Nerds on steroids, but they're chewy. They're not like that crunchy, sugary Nerd flavor. It's okay, but definitely I think more for younger taste buds. I don't know that I would buy that in a store. In fact, I know that I wouldn't buy that in the store, but in the Munchpak it's kind of fun. Avarimo Coco from, I'm gonna guess it's Turkey. Yes, made in Turkey. Looks like it's gonna be like a little sponge cupcake kind of thing. Oh, okay, so it is and it isn't. It's like a little bow tie is what it looks like. Looks like a sponge cake in the middle, and there's chocolate coating on the top and on the bottom. So, and it's not carbonated chocolate, so that's good. Chocolate filling on the inside. Kind of a typical packaged cake. It's alright. The cake itself is a little dry. The chocolate is kind of a standard chocolate, but it holds up pretty well. It would probably be really good with some coffee or tea as a quick on the go if you wanted something really sweet. So, Turtachik from Torku. Turtachik. Mini. And it's got orange and a cinnamon stick on there, so I'm guessing it's like a cookie or something sweet with that. Biscuit with orange jelly and cinnamon. Hey, reading is fundamental. So this is also from Turkey. Cute little biscuit. Look at that. So it looks like a little shortbread cookie with like sprinkles, like chocolate sprinkles on the front of it. Like a jelly underneath. That's yummy. I like that a lot. Almost holiday-y about this. I think it's the combination of the citrus and the cinnamon. And there's something about it that reminds me of like Thanksgiving. Autumn time. Those of you in the US might be on the same kind of idea with me. It's just, there's something almost like a mulled cider flavor to it, which is funny because it's not apple, but I think that combination of the orange and the cinnamon is what's pulling that in. Really, really tasty. I like these a lot. Munchpak, please feel free to send more. The next item is also from Turkey. Gummy bananas. Groovy bananas is what the packaging says. I'm not generally someone who would like to pick up banana flavored candy. That artificial banana is kind of not my thing, but we'll give it a shot. Could be good. They're kind of banana shaped. They're definitely banana colored. They look a little bit like banana slugs. They are like a soft, not super soft, but a soft gummy type candy. And they're coated in a sugar. So we'll see how that goes. For those of you in the United States who might be familiar with the gummy apple rings or the peach rings, they're that same kind of consistency, but they definitely have that very artificial banana flavor. So not a fan of that. Glad I tried it, but I think I'll be passing this on to somebody else. Okay, so this is the last thing. It's Taffy Crush, and it comes in 4 flavors. And by coincidence, this is actually made in Brazil. So our current Olympics host country. So I'm about to try something from them. And it comes in little packages. It looks like I got a whole lot of the blue raspberry option. I only got 3 of the 4. I got the strawberry, I got the blue raspberry, and I got the green apple. I did not get any cherry. Are pretty much all blue raspberry except for 1 additional green apple. So since blue raspberry is apparently the flavor to beat, we're gonna try a blue raspberry. So here's blue raspberry. It is kind of a hard candy. A little bit on the tart side because of the blue raspberry. I'm thinking a bit to get through. I like that the blue raspberry has a little bit of a sour tint to it, which in the States is sometimes obscured and can be overly sweet, but it definitely has a little bit more of the raspberry-ness than our States version does. And there's kind of a chewy center, but it's a hard chewy center. I think that's the whole taffy of the Taffy Crush, but it's not like the taffies that I'm accustomed to, which is more of that soft saltwater taffy kind of consistency. This is definitely a harder chew. Turn my tongue blue? It did. That's always the mark of a good candy, or at least an entertaining one. That was alright. Again, not a huge fan, but I do appreciate the variety that this Munchpak offered. The top of the top for me this time around was definitely that orange and cinnamon cookie from Turkey. That was really good, and I would definitely appreciate receiving more of those. The bottom rung for me this time around was probably that banana gummy candy. I'll give a pass on those. But other than that, I think it was a really good box. Hope you enjoyed. Did you see anything from your country? Let me know if you've tried any of these in the comments below, and we will see you next month, where hopefully next month I should have coffee to try instead of a soda. So see you later. Have a great month.